think it's pretty clear as to what comes down to this week. Obviously, there's teams vying for playoff spots. Obviously, like the Chargers, the Raiders, the Colts, all in the AFC. And obviously, in the NFC, you've still got a couple teams kind of just fiddling around, kind of figuring out what, if they're going to clinch those last couple of spots. But I think, or that last spot, rather, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because the point is this. This is one of those things where you as a football fan, I'm looking at all of the scheduled games and I'm like, man, the Vikings play, the Bears, they're going to play Kirk Cousins, there's no point, blah, blah, blah. But as you're searching through the different games to watch this week, there are none more important and none bigger, of a bigger magnitude, something like that, than the matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I say that still for two reasons, because number one, they both have a loss, and there it's a whole full tongue twister, but I say that slowly also for emphasis on the fact that these two teams, aside from being in the AFC West and facing each other twice a year, which already makes it interesting, it's the fact that they both have the 9-7 record. Both are vying for playoff spots, and both in my mind, had solid, at least were both looking like a playoff team at some point in the year. That's, if we're being honest, the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Chiefs are three teams that probably should make the playoffs every year. The Broncos are right there as well. So I guess there could be an argument made that the AFC West is the toughest division in football. I mean, there could be an argument. I'm not going to say it's wrong. But I definitely think that argument could be made without a doubt, because if you just take a look at these two teams who both know they have nothing to lose, I think there's a lot of different things that need to go on for both teams. They both need to come to the realization that I think both head coaches, whether it's Rich Bisaccia or Brandon Staley for that matter, I think what it really comes down to is the fact that they really need to know that this all comes down to this year. That means play calling has got to be everything. This is it. Because you cannot get to, if you're Rich Bisaccia especially, I feel like he has kind of, in a way, he has made it known that he deserves a spot. He deserves at least consideration to be the head coach next year. And it's they have turned it around. That defense has turned it around for the Raiders. You've got that offense who I think, it's so confusing. It really is so confusing. It's again, I'm going to say this carefully, but I totally get Raiders fans team's pain. I get Raiders fans pain, because as a Vikings fan, I can just say seeing a team that has so much talent and just underachieves and then overachieves and then does what they're supposed to do, and they're Ugh. Now the Raiders have been through more than the Vikings, I'll say that, but again, I have to reiterate the fact that both are very similar in terms of talent and ability. I mean, the Raiders, if we're being honest, I felt like they were one of the hottest teams in the NFL, beating the three potential playoff teams in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, and then obviously a loss to the Chargers didn't help anything. It went downhill from there. We get it. The point is this. Not only is this the matchup of the week to watch, this is the matchup potentially of the year for these two teams. And I think there could be an argument made because, I have said in the past that the Chargers are probably one of the biggest sleeping teams or biggest sleeper teams in the entire NFL right now. But the argument could be made for the very same for the Raiders. If you think about it, their defense is playing like a top unit. You've got Derek Carr, who he just hasn't played like himself, and I get it, But again, if the Raiders get Darren Waller back, this could be even more interesting. It's going to be one of those games where, yes, it's going to probably be a little chippy, not too much, because both teams know they've got a lot to play for, but it's going to be one of those games where every yard and every play matters. And it's just, you love those kind of games, but you're also you're biting your nails, because the way it's going to finish because one bad play, one penalty, one missed tackle, whatever, it could make the difference for both of these teams. And I think, they both know that. And honestly, that's what makes for good football. Obviously you've got teams like the Bills who are going to play the Jets. I'm not going to watch that game, even though I'll watch the highlights and watch the tape, of highlights just a couple of times just to see what I can pull from it in terms of for a video. But if we're being honest, this is the game of the week, because you've got you've got two of the better teams in the NFL that have both had rocky seasons, and you've got two quarterbacks that, in my mind, are in the conversation for being top 10 quarterbacks in the league. So, and you've seen both teams again roller coasters up throughout the season, but make no mistake, this is the matchup of the week, and I obviously could be an argument for one of the year too as well, but this is the matchup to watch for the rest of the week. You got two teams here that are going to make it interesting. Absolutely make it interesting. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. Also in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. In the description down below, you'll also find our link to our iTunes, where you can give us a sub and listen there. And then also, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below. But let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers being the matchup of the week to watch.